Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to MDGR Radio, where we bring you the latest from every corner of our beloved city. I'm your host, Scott, and joined as always with Mock. Tonight we've got a special show lined up for you. It's been a rough week for a lot of us, especially with the massive power surge that hit Sector 5 and sent ripples through the lower sectors. Blackouts, disruptions, pandemonium, everyone's talking about it, but what really happened? And is there more to this story than what we're being told?
Oh, you know there is, Scott. I mean, this is Midgar we're talking about. Nothing happens here by accident, especially when Shinra's involved. I've been looking into this surge all day, and let me tell you the things I'm hearing. Well, actually, let's say the official story isn't really adding up. We've got some juicy rumors, and maybe even a few facts, if we're lucky.
Juicy rumors, huh? I'd figured you'd be all over this one, Mock. But before we dive into the speculation, let's start with what we know for sure. The surge happened late last night, knocking out power in several sectors, mostly in the slums. It caused quite a bit of chaos. Residents in Sector 5 are still dealing with the outages, and there's talk of some pretty serious damage to infrastructure. I've spoken to a few local engineers, and they say it just might have been a reactor malfunction, probably starting in Reactor 5, but no one's actually confirming anything just yet.
Reactor malfunction, huh? That's the story they want us to believe. But I've been hearing whispers. Some say it's a deliberate move, a cover-up for something much bigger. I've intercepted some interesting chatter on a few airwaves, Scott, and there's talk that this surge was a diversion, maybe to draw attention away from something else going on in the city?
A diversion? I don't see it. What could be so important that they need to knock out power to half the slums just to cover up?
See, that's the question, though, isn't it? Some are saying Shinra's testing a new weapon, something big, and they needed the grid to go down to hide the energy spike. Others think it's connected to that secret project in the upper levels, that one so-called Project Omega. Have you ever heard of that one?
Project Codename Omega? Well, I mean, I've heard of it. I think everybody's heard crazy uncles talk about stories of it, but I don't know. There's just never been enough actual evidence or facts to show that it's something that Shinra is working on. That being said, I am open to being proven wrong. So, let's open up the lines and hear what our listeners have to say. We've got some calls lined up, folks from the affected sectors. Maybe they've seen or heard something that can help us shed some light on what's actually happening.
Hey Scott and Mock, I'm calling from Sector 5. We lost power just after midnight and it wasn't just the lights. Everything went down. But here's the weird part. I was on my way home when I saw a bunch of Shinra trucks rolling through the streets headed towards the reactor. They were moving fast, like they were in a real hurry. Think they had something to do with it?
Thanks for the info. That's definitely something to think about. If Shinra was mobilizing that quickly, it could mean they were either responding to an emergency or they knew something was coming. Mock, what do you make of that?
Shinra trucks right after the surge? That's too much of a coincidence to ignore. Sounds like they were either covering something up or trying to contain whatever they unleashed.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you can make the argument that Shinra trucks being at the right place at the right time leads to more than just a random malfunction. But honestly, that's just speculation. But we really need some hard facts if we're going to figure out what's actually happening. So listeners, if there's anyone out there with more info, you know how to reach us, please call in. In the meantime, though, Mock, is there anything else about this story that's caught your attention?
Ah, so you're interested. Let me tell you, I'm just getting started. I've got a few more intercepted signals to decode, and I've been in touch with some folks who might have seen a lot more than Shinra wants them to. Stick around, folks. This story's just heating up.
Sounds like a plan. Stay with us, Midgar. We'll be right back after this break, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.
Rise and shine, Midgar. Start your day with a breakfast that'll have you racing to the finish line. Chocobo Os. Packed with energy, Chocobo Os are the perfect way to fuel your morning, whether you're training for the big race or just powering through the day.
This is incredible!
That's right! Chocobo Os just kicked into overdrive! Power up with Chocobo Os, the cereal that unleashes your inner speed dealer.
Look at all the Chocobo marshmallows.
Get ready to shred your organs like never before. Chocobo Os, you won't just start your day, you'll destroy it.
Limit break.
Chocobo Os, collect all 6 Metal Edition Racing Chocobos in every box. It's time to let the beast run free.
And we're back. Thanks for staying tuned in. Up next, we have some music to play for everyone. But first, Mock, have you ever had Chocobo Os?
It's funny you asked that, Scott. I actually had some this morning. That's probably why I'm so dialed in, you know?
Well, with that being said, let's turn the dial to Scenario Mode Solved from International Superstar Soccer Deluxe on the SNES.
So what genre would you say that last song was, Scott?
It gives me kind of big band vibes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Some big band stuff. Well, for something completely different than big band, here's Sacred Saber from Monokemiya 2 Fall of Alchemy on the PS2.
Mock, are you familiar with the Slam Dunk manga?
You mean the longest standing manga title in Midgar? No.
Neither am I. Let's take a listen to a song from Slam Dunk on the Mega Drive.
Warning. Warning.
Clone of Heroes.
Warning. Warning.
All right, folks, thanks for staying tuned in. As you might have heard, we had a little bit of a on-site emergency, but everything's back to normal here. That being said, we do not know where Mock is. If you find him, please have him call the station immediately. Coming up next, we have a track from Super Mario Land on the Game Boy from 1991.
All right, sorry everybody, I'm back. Nothing to worry about. If anyone asks, I definitely did not spill coffee into the Makkou reactor. Coming up next is Dr. Wily's Castle from Mega Man 2 for the NES.
Where's my coffee? Mock, what's your favorite shape?
A square.
Coming up next, from Ristar the Shooting Star, we have Shooting Ristar. That'll do it for us for today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, Midgar. If you have any information about the power surges, power outages, let us know. Call in. Our lines are open.
Or if you have any juicy rumors, you let me know. Otherwise, that'll do it from us here at our Sector 8 studio. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Midgar. Chocobo! Oh, shoot. Okay. Get ready to shred your mornings like never before with Chocobo Os. You won't just start your day. Oh my god. Wow.